I just wanted to update you guys on my situation. So basically, I'm starting my 4th year in university, in Bocconi University, that is in Milan. I should have graduated in like a few months ago. But I had 3 exams that I couldn't pass, and the thesis that I couldn't work on because of the other exams that I had to do. And so basically, that's what I'm doing now. Preparing for these 3 exams and working on the thesis. But at the same time, I'm also thinking about applying to my master's, right? So I have to get my GMAT done. I have to, get the grades. But then while I was at it, I thought, since I have a lot more time on my hands, why don't I just start an internship during this period? And so I basically applied to 2 places. I committed to 1, obviously. And it basically, I start next Monday, and it's pretty much 9-hour work days, 5 days a week. It's a really good, it's a really good opportunity for sure. But at the same time, there's very difficult months ahead. And I just, I want to get myself ready mentally for struggle, basically, because when you challenge yourself, struggle is, inevitable. Struggle is good. Struggle is bad in the moment, but struggle is good in the long run. And so I'm happy that I'm choosing to take this challenge on. Having said this, though, I'm scared. I'm scared of what's to come, what to expect, mistakes that will be made. I'm preparing for all of that, which brings me a lot of stress, to be honest. I've been stressing the past few days. Like, when you know you're gonna have hard months ahead, and so you just you think, I want to get started, but damn, this is gonna be I'm gonna have to pull myself through this. To prepare myself for this experience, I'm also planning on seeking help in other ways, just because I know I'm not gonna I don't think I'll be able to handle this whole thing. I feel like if I don't get help, I'm gonna explode. So what I'm gonna do is hopefully see a doctor or someone and let him know my situation. Maybe he can help me out. I don't know. I'm usually I try to be inspiring and to add perspective. But now I'm at a stage where I'm a bit worried. I know what it's gonna take to get this experience done and get the most out of it. But to be honest, I'm worried, for things to not go my way. And I don't know. I just have a lot going on. I'm stressing, boys and girls. I'm stressing. And it's normal to stress. Fuck's sake. Everyone wants to paint a life or share the painting that is their life as one that's perfect, with perfect results, with the least amount of effort and the quickest way to do this and that without trying, without all that's a facade. It's just bullshit, And so I respect the people who, on the other hand, are true to themselves and to others and say, yo, I'm going through it right now, this is fucking tough, eating me alive, and it's okay, if anything, whenever you feel the way I'm feeling right now, which is anxious and scared of what's to come, and the need to go forward, and the need to challenge yourself, and you're trying new things, it's good to feel this way, because while it's bad in the moment, you're only going to feel this way if you challenge yourself. And when you challenge yourself, you give yourself the opportunity to grow. And so that's where my mindset's at. And so when I feel the way that I feel now, and I'm anxious, I need help, I'm struggling, I'm scared, at the same time, you also have to view it from a different lens, take the wider angle and say, the reason why I'm feeling this way is because I'm choosing to push myself and to challenge myself and to test my boundaries, my limits, my qualities, my capabilities. Like, it's truly not something that everyone does, because, and and the fact that you're doing this, the fact that you're trying is good, because all you can do is grow. You know, from this experience, what I know is gonna happen is I'm gonna learn regardless of how it goes. If I go there and I get fired my first day, like, I will have learned something that will have brought me a step further than what I am now. And that's the beauty of progress. That's the beauty of trying new things and challenging yourself and going through this, what we believe is a negative state of mind, a negative emotion, that is anxiety. Like, I urge you guys to try new things, and I urge you guys to try and dipping your toes into new waters, because that's what I'm doing, and it sucks temporarily. Like, and I'm coming to you guys from a point of fright, from a point of nervousness, from a point of anxiety, from a point of, like, questioning the unknown and being scared of the unknown and what it can bring. But at the same time, I truly think it breeds character. And listen, like, character is formed no matter how this experience goes. Anxiety is met with challenge. If you don't challenge yourself, you don't feel anxious. And while it sucks in the moment, like, it will come back. The anxiety you feel now will come back to you in forms of positivity. So that once they do come rushing in, like, you'll be like, I'm happy that I took this opportunity. I would do it all again. You hear all the time, like, after people, like, accomplish something that, seems like something so hard to do, they're always like, if I could do it all again, I would, because it truly molded their character. That experience molded their character. And it proved to themselves that when the waters elevate, you don't drown. You're able to find a way to stay afloat, And sometimes when you don't know how far that finish line is or how long you have to stay afloat for, sometimes your body feels heavier than what it really is. And that's what anxiety is, and that's what I feel right now. It feels like I have a weight that I'm trying to stay afloat, but I have a weight that's chained to my ankle that's, like, slowly getting heavier as I go. But ultimately, you'll realize that, like, when you are able to withstand that weight, and as you move on, something crazy happens. It's like your muscles fortify in the physical sense. So you learn how to stay afloat. You learn those different techniques. Maybe it's like the way you move your arms, or the way you kick your legs, the angle of your feet and hands. Like, there's strategies that you learn the more you attempt to stay afloat. And that's in the business aspect, or in the academic aspect, or in the internship aspect. It's learning new things, meeting new people, like, all these things. So ultimately, the hardest thing is that beginning stage, which petrifies everybody, including me, which is that feeling of having that weight attached to your ankle, and that desperation, like, yo, I'm gonna drown. Like, but ultimately, like, you'll realize that you're stronger than you are. You're stronger than you think you are. And ultimately, like, you're going to make it through it. Now, we don't know how well we're going to make it through it. We don't know if we're going to be the best at our internship. We don't know if we're going to be the worst at our internship, or we don't know if we're going to get the best or worst grades, but we're going to get through it. And ultimately, at the end of that experience, no matter how it goes, you either win or you learn. And that's just the mentality that I apply in anything that I do. I win or I learn. And both things build character. Winning builds confidence. Winning is beautiful. I love to win. I'm eager to win at everything. But I know that in life, you win some, you lose some. It's like, and ultimately, you need to learn to win more. The levels get harder as you complete them, or else what would be the fun of life? If life would be easy, and, like, we were certain, and we knew how long we had to stay afloat for, and how the currencies of the waves were, and how easy it'd be for us to, know how much that weight around our ankle is. Like, if we knew all that, life would be easy. And But life is an adventure. Life's a mystery, right? So we don't know all those different details. We don't know how long we have to stay afloat for. We don't know how long we're going to be able to carry this ankle weight that is anxiety. We don't know who's going to come and reach out for help, if there's going to be a helping hand. But that's the beauty of it, you know? It's how we adapt to those circumstances day in, day out that form character. And ultimately, like that character is what we bring to the table in the experiences to come. You know, whether it's in relationships, whether it's to future job opportunities, whether it's to literally anything, you know? You want to fortify your character, and whenever you try something new, you're gonna feel anxiety. It's normal, you know. It's how we cope with it, you know. It's how you react. It's not what happens to you, it's how you react to what happens to you. If you get hit and brought down, if you get insulted or made fun of, or you know, you get caught making a mistake, it's not the mistake itself that's the problem. It's how you bring yourself to come back from that, you know. Like there's that cheesy saying, it's like it's 10% what happens, 90% what you do about it, or like I don't know the exact terminology, but man, it's true. It's, man, another thing is like people try new things and they act like they have their shit together. Like, man, I swear to God, like it's such an unhealthy way of life, because we all struggle, and if you don't struggle, you're either lying, or you know, you've been dealt with amazing cards that the other 99% haven't been dealt with. If you're struggling with something, open up, like in whatever means is better for you. Is it to record yourself with a phone like a maniac in the middle of a park like me? Yes. Like if that's your way, do it. But express yourself. Like, you have a soul in life, and souls need to express in whatever form. Talk to family, like talk to friends, talk to therapists, find a way that works for you. So I've been blabbering a lot. I hope that, you know, this video finds someone who's in who's in a similar situation. That is, like, someone who's in a situation that is about to start something new and that is worried of how things may turn out, because that's the stage I'm in. And what I want to do is relate to people. Like, what I want to do is find relatability in other people, because that's what brings people together. And if I'm able to, you know, I don't know, that's just what I think. Like, but ultimately, when you challenge yourself and you get swarmed with anxiety to the point where it's like taking over your physical being, like you struggle breathing, you have chest pain, like that stuff is temporary. And like, as you know, as tough as that sounds, as gruesome as it may feel, it's temporary. And ultimately, if you're able to outlast that in whatever way you can, you're going to be substituted with rewards. And rewards feel better when you've worked for them. The harder you've worked for your rewards, the more you've suffered, the better they feel, and the more your character grows. So I urge you guys to challenge yourselves. If you were debating trying to apply for that internship, or that new job, or trying that difficult course that so many other students were scared to attempt, or to sign up for a new club that, you know, rejected you 3 times in the past, try again. Because if you get it, it's gonna suck at first, because you're gonna be like, holy shit, they got me. Now it's like I have to put in the work and I'm scared, I don't know what's to come. But ultimately, you're gonna come out of that experience with a more solidified character than you had when you came in. And that's what life's about. Like, life is about improving yourself. Life is about growing. Life is about growth. And ultimately, life is about inspiring other people through your experiences, which is my objective. And to do that, I need to start dipping my toes into new things and diving into new opportunities, no matter how tough they may seem. Because ultimately, through willpower, through faith, you're gonna get through it. So the message is, don't see anxiety as a bad thing. See anxiety as a stepping stone to success. Because no matter what happens, you either win or you learn. Through anxiety, you win or you learn. Things may turn out well for you. In that case you win. They don't turn out well for you, you learn. So again, if there's anything that you want to try, or that you've been debating to try, go for it, because you win or you learn. And in both situations, your character grows. I would argue that when you try something and you lose, your character will grow even more than if you try something and you win. So ultimately, there's no negative outcome if you try new things. If you have anxiety in the process, it's normal. It's normal. And if you don't hear people talking about it, it's because you know, they're they're self-conscious about it. They don't want to show they're weak. And I had difficulty picking this phone up and recording myself, but I just want to be as transparent as possible. So when I look back into this, when I completed my internship, like I can be like, yo, I'm so happy I didn't pull out of this one. Like I'm so happy I didn't pull out of this one. So again, I urge you guys to try. I urge you guys to try because there's no negative outcome. And the things that come with it, the anxiety, the fights, maybe the arguments you have at the workplace, or the all-nighters you have to do to complete a project, or the tears, the pain, the sacrifice, all of it comes back. All of it comes back. So it's just about willing to willing to do it, willing to outlast some things, to be rewarded with other things in return. That's the beauty of life. And I urge you guys to try, because I know I'm gonna try. And man, that's all I gotta say. But whatever it is that you guys want to do, go for it, man. Go for it. And yeah, if you guys got this far, I respect you guys. I thank you for your time. I That's the goal here. Like the goal is to give perspective and to share perspective, to hopefully inspire us, to inspire you guys, the leaders of tomorrow, you know. And with that being said, if you guys like this type of stuff, this was Thinker Thoughts episode 3. Subscribe for more episodes. I'm gonna pick up this camera from time to time to talk about these things because I want them to be real. Like I'm gonna pick up this camera when I'm going through something, because usually when I go through something, that's when my mind expands, and I want to share that expansion with you guys. So yeah, again, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for sticking around. And if you got to this point, subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next one. Good luck.